Because the cylinder is the only thing that holds it in with the pressure, it would probably be a good thing to make sure that that was nice and tight, huh?
Absolutely.
Now, do you do this with completely clean hair, or do you already have styling products in?
No, there's nothing in it at all.
Nothing in it at all.
Clean hair, flat iron.
Now this client's been wearing pure hair extensions for how long?
2.5 years.
2.5 years. Wow, that's a long time. And tell me about your experience with it, client.
I love them. I think they're the best thing ever.
Now you're not just saying that because the owner of the company is standing in front of you, right?
No, I have been wearing them for like 2.5 years. They never fall out. Especially when Kyle does them.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Especially when Kyle does them, they never fall out.
Never fall out.
They're just easy to style. The hair lasts a really long time.
Yeah, we've had some of this hair that lasted for over 2 years.
Yeah, I've had the same hair in for 2 years, and I'm a hairstylist that flat irons their hair sometimes 3-4 times a day, curls their hair, goes to like Havasu, never puts their hair back, never gets knots. Like if I damage my hair, it would be me, and the hair just lasts forever. It's my favorite. I'm addicted to them.
It's like hair crack.
It is.
It's like what?
Hair crack.
Hair crack. I hope not too many people are going to see this video.
It's like a security blanket.
So that's something.
Made a product called hair crack in itself.
Unfortunately, it probably would. It just says something about our society, I think.
Should I say one thing though that I don't use on them that I believe really saves your hair? Is I do not use a round brush when I blow dry my hair.
Yeah, I think that's extremely important with extensions, and a lot of people
do not use a round brush. You just dry it and then curl it. You can just dry it with your hands and then curl it, or use a flat iron. But do not sit there and use a round brush. It pulls it and it gets it all tangled, and it, I think, causes breakage with a round brush.
And when the breakage that it's causing, is it causing breakage in your hair, or you think in the extension hair?
No, I think it's in my hair because I'm using a brown brush and I'm pulling it. Extensions aren't meant to be pulled. That's why when you brush it, you got to hold them and go like that. So when you just air dry your hair with a blow dryer and then run a flat iron over it or a curling iron, you're not putting any tension on it.
So do you use a boar bristle brush at all? Like if you were to brush your hair?
Yeah, I use the extension brush to brush over the extensions, and then when I get out of the shower, I just either use a comb and I just hold it and I work from the bottom to the way up.
All right, good to know. And what type of styling products do you use?
Just shampoo, conditioner, and a volumizing spray.
Volumizing spray after?
Yeah, I don't put any oil in my hair. If you put any products in your hair, you should put them towards the ends. Even conditioner.
So overall, you'd say your experience with Pure is what?
The best thing ever.
Best thing ever. You heard it. Okay, so you drop the threader over top of the hair, you pull it through, and then you pull it, the little threader, and the cylinder is on the hair. So it's already there.
It's already there, and I slide it up. I kind of separate any other random messy hair that's around it. And I slide it up, make sure there's no tiny little hairs around it.
So you want to be really clean about your work.
Clean.
Clean. Clean is the key here, isn't it?
That's right.
All right, now show me, to make sure that you don't get any slippage with this, what are you going to do?
Alright. So we're going to start at the bottom, where trumpet is. And I do one, I need to make sure the bond's hanging out about, I don't know, maybe like 1/10 of an inch.
The tip of the hair?
Yep.
Okay.
So keeps the product out. I clamp once, squeeze once, squeeze twice, and then the third time I go in diagonal.
So you squeeze the bottom to kind of pinch the hair up, and you have the tip of the hair sticking out of the top of the bond, and then you squeeze the top of the bond, and then you go and do the corners, like kind of a diagonal.
Yeah, and you want to make sure the hair that's kind of flat. That way it's flat against the head. That way it doesn't, if it's twisted like that,
okay,
it's going to stab the person and be uncomfortable. So this is flat.
Okay. So comfort's really the key, right? I mean, you want it to be comfortable, you want it to be clean.
I would say so. Yeah, like that.
With traditional extensions, they're not real, you know, Salem, you've had traditional extensions before, right?
Yes.
And what was the comfort? versus this type of extension?
Well, for one, the hair didn't last.
Okay.
And for two, they would fall out all the time.
They'd fall out.
You just really have to give it some pressure when you close the bond. And I think leaving what Kyle said, this little bit of tip out on the extension is like crucial. You've got to leave that.
I think it leaves kind of a wedge.
It does, it locks it kind of in there because then when you pitch it from the bottom, it's sitting up above the metal and then you're pinching it there so it kind of goes under into this little tip part right there and it kind of locks it for you. Now many stylists probably don't leave enough out. They got to leave about that much.
Wow, it looks great. So where's your natural hair?
Natural hair is right there.
Oh, it's so dark. I don't even know if this is going to show up. And did you put in how many bundles in what length today?
20-inch. That's 2 bundles right there. Almost 2 bundles.
That's just 2 bundles?
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of coverage with 2 bundles.
Why don't you put it in the sides? No, you got to put some more in because it's too...